The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
On the ball, now.
Here's Willis. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Hurry up! Hurry, hurry! Hurry, hurry!
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Willis. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Heavy riding. Hey, pass.
Now Willis on 3rd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, take 26.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers!
Robert Tonyan.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers have taken the lead.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On first down, Willis. This will go to Henry out wide.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down.
Willis.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To the air on first down, here's Willis.
And finding the tight end Hooper. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready, break! Cooking like me! Count left!
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go now.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Malik Willis.
28 yards.
And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Crosby with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
60 devices, 60 devices.
On first down, Willis.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Hold the stick.
Last play of the half, Willis.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And complete once again to Watson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Now Rodgers, buying time to his left. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Connects with Fuller on the crossing pattern. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Up the middle, Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double team.
And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones,
his second touchdown of the night.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That one incomplete there.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct. But I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. And we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup as It's the 30 to the 32.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here.
Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are right back in this football game.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 16, Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 27, Willis. This is going to be caught. It's John Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Steps away to his left. And this is caught by Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's Willis. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Down at the 25.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball caught free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Green Bay, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4.